other. Joe Crawford on the scene immediately. Karl Malone came into this final series saying he was not going to let Dennis Rodman get into his head. He was going to ignore him in every situation.
Watch the byplay here between Malone and Rodman. A sign of respect, actually, it appeared to me.
Récupération Corbin en déséquilibre total.
Oh, pas loin.
Et finalement, on en restera là quand même.
Non, Rodman.
Encore une fois dans la raquette des Jazz, entre Karl Malone cette fois et Dennis Rodman.
Attendez, moi j'ai bien vu une faute.
Has been out of the league since the Lakers got tired of Rodman's antics last April. Just his tantrums. Fourth quarter, he's whistled for what he felt was a phantom foul, and he gets in Malone's face, prompting a second technical foul, which got him ejected and on his way out of the arena.
Not leaving the court in a timely fashion. And he's still there, and they need Dennis Rodman's contribution. He needs to get out of there.
Malone, it's a 1 for 13, gets it back and a foul, and getting very close to something nasty.
Digs out of this, it'll be an incredible mark.
Rodman and Jerry Sloan did not like at all the fact that Rodman kind of threw a wild swing in there, and that will be a flagrant foul. Thank you, Bob. It's 82-62, 20-point lead. Here's Rodman. Boy, sky high when he comes down.
That's the reason that you have the flagrant foul. He made no attempt to make a play on the ball and just delivered a blow to the head. Karl Malone, why?
My whole attitude is there's nothing he can do to get me kicked out of the ball game, and that's what it is. Come out tomorrow, they're gonna do this. They're gonna do everything they can to distract me, but it's not gonna distract Dennis Rodman.
Rodman battling like crazy, but can't quite hold on. Rodman and Malone, and Rodman just trips Malone up. They got to call a flagrant here. They've got to call a flagrant. It's the third on Rodman. He and Karl Malone, regrettably, are scheduled to wrestle in one of those bogus events next month. Why Malone wants to lower himself to that is anyone's guess. And Rodman apparently wants to start the wrestling now.
I tell you what, I love what I'm seeing, the battle between these two guys. They're fighting, giving it everything they got. Both of them are trying to push and shove and gain position. Karl Malone gives him a little knock. But at the end of the play, what I like the most is Malone and Rodman both gave each other a pat on the butt and said, hey, that's the way we play. That's the way we like to play.
Down, that's one. Here they go, two. Finally, the third time the foul is called, and I think it was a good no call.
That he's not going to let that throw him out of his rhythm. We saw where Dennis Rodman would get Alonzo Mourning out of his rhythm or some of the other guys. Malone understands Dennis Rodman, and he's not going to let that start bother him.
Malone against Rodman. Harper there with help. Another offensive foul as Malone throws the elbow. And Rodman nods in both agreement and delight.
It's in Karl Malone's head right now. Boom! I'm going to give you the elbow. Then they say, I'll take it, but I'll take the whistle, but that is there for the offensive foul.
Malone in between two red shirts pulls it down, and now he and Rodman all tangled up. And it's Malone's turn to laugh and taunt a bit.
It's a great hustle play by Karl Malone. You're going to see him. He just wants the basketball. Two Chicago Bulls, and he reaches in there with those powerful arms and just... But look at the will that this man has to go to this ball. He just wants it a little bit more than everybody else right now.
These two guys have been going at each other from time to time during the course of tonight's game. We talked with Karl Malone on what it's like in going up against Dennis Rodman.
I'm not going to get caught up in a Karl Malone and Dennis Rodman situation. I've walked away of situations in my life, and you call everything from a wimp to things you can't say on TV. But that's fine with me. I've worked 12 years to get here. I'm not going to look back when this series over with and say to myself, God, I should